You know, the last stream, the see you soon stream, that was the day that like I had to go to the hospital. Like literally the night of that stream. Because during the stream, actually something was already wrong, but I didn't really like acknowledge it. I went to the bathroom a lot of times because I wasn't feeling good. I just kept saying I had to pee, but actually like I was like dying. That's why I was like, yeah, I want to go to the doctor afterwards, which I did. And then the doctor was like, yeah, you're good. And then the night of, something really bad happened to my body. Food poisoning? No. I wish it was food poisoning. It was so bad. I think talking about it now is okay because it's over. But yeah, basically, I fainted, which I haven't done ever. Except for that one time on a roller coaster, but that was a different reason. And then I like came back to conscious, thankfully. Because I live by myself, so that was low-key kind of dangerous. And then I wasn't sure if it was an emergency. I'm gonna be honest, maybe I was coping or something, but I was not sure it was an emergency or not. So I messaged Alira and Millie. Like, I was really scared, but I was more scared that it wasn't gonna be counted as an emergency. So I didn't call 911 and I called Alira and Millie instead, because you should not do that, guys. Looking back on it, it was kind of dumb. But I guess I just felt more comfortable, you know, calling my friends. So thankfully, Alira was actually online at the time. She was like, let's go to the hospital right now. プライベートなことなので、あんまり詳しくは説明しませんね。So afterwards, like Millie joined us in the hospital when she saw the messages too. I was just like, oh, you don't have to come because Alira is here. And she was just like, no, I'm coming. My best friend is dying. And I was like, bruh. They were there for me in the hospital for like 10 hours. Like seriously, like a total of 10 hours. It was mostly waiting because like that's what you have to do in Canadian hospitals. You just wait. But yeah, it was like lots of tests. They did like my blood test and they did a lot of other tests that were very uncomfortable. I almost cried in one of them. I was like, I don't want to do this. And they're like, we gotta check. And I'm like, yeah, I can't. You can't. I can't do it. Also, the doctors were so... Like, one of the doctors was like a fucking AI. Okay, I was like, I'm really scared and I can't do that. She was like, that's fair. Like, what the fuck kind of AI response is that? I was like, what? That's fair? Next time somebody steals or kidnaps your daughter, I'm just gonna be like, that's fair. I hope your next patient gives you a fucking hard time, because that's fair. Who the fuck says that? Like, I feel like even people who lack empathy know the format of responding to stuff like that, you know? It's like, oh, I'm really scared. Oh, it's gonna be okay, you know? Oh, the kind of answer is that's fair. Also, I was like, can my friends come in for some emotional support? And they're like, well, this is why the nurse is here. And the nurse was just probably like this kid intern, because she looked at the doctors like, what? That's why I'm here? I was like, what the fuck would you say this in front of the patient? She literally was just like, what? And I was like, this does not make me feel better. Like, Illyria and Millie were outside the room and they heard what the doctor was saying. And Illyria was just shaking her head like, what the fuck is wrong with this doctor? I was like, yeah, what the fuck is wrong with these two? It was so uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. I was like a little bit traumatized. I was like, bro, what is this experience? I am so tired. I feel so bad. And that's fair. Love that. I felt so bad that they were with me for so long in the hospital, but like them being there really helped me. You know, we were just talking while we were waiting too, so it kind of put my mind off of stuff. But actually inside I was so stressed and really scared. Like I was really scared. Because at the time I was about to fly to my wedding, sorry. I was about to get married, guys. Like, I was about to get like married to my husband, but I was dying. That's why I wanted to tweet that I was in a relationship. That was the day before that I was about to fly to my friend's wedding, which I think I mentioned before. And also, right after the wedding would be the Nornis concert. Like, I couldn't stop thinking about being a huge inconvenience to, like, Nornis and all the staff and the managers that had planned, like, the tour and stuff. I was just like, this is the most terriblest timing that anybody could, like, can we do this afterwards? I was so worried I couldn't go to my friend's wedding too, because, like, they're not gonna get married twice, I hope. I've just never had an incident where right before something that was really important, I had like a huge health emergency. This is my first time. I was like really upset and really confused because the entirety of like the time that I was in Canada, like April, May, June, July, like August, I made sure that, you know, I really tried to take care of myself and stuff like that. And I was still like struggling physically health-wise, but I thought it was okay because, I got all these previous tests done with doctors and they also said I was okay too. And then that happened and I was really confused and I was like, what is happening? I thought it was so random. Stress can cause that sort of thing? I think so too. I just wish it wasn't like so last minute. I was just so demotivated that it was happening that in my head I really just didn't want to do anything. I just didn't want to go anywhere. I low-key just kind of shut down. I was like, I just want to close my eyes and just not exist. I was very stressed that this was happening and I didn't know how to... I guess I was kind of angry too at myself. I was like, what the am I doing at the hospital? Which is not the appropriate response. Isha-san was like, look, you're very sick. Just stop thinking about anything else but your physical health. I was like, I have to go to my friend's wedding, and I also have to do this concert thing, and like it's on the other side of the world, and I need to go to this thing, and think about. And then he was just like, stop, what are you doing? You're in the hospital right now. Don't think about anything else. And I was just like, oh, okay. But then I was like, do you think I can go to like, all these things? And he was like, yes, I'm gonna give you really heavy medication, and this will help temporarily. You can go travel while you take this medication. I have to take this medicine every day for the next couple months, and it's not a cure. It's just a temporary thing to help, and it has helped. That's why I can be here. Thank you, medicine. Thank you. I went to my really good friend's wedding, and then I had my usual experiences with like airplane, and I had to take a boat because it was on an island. Like I threw up. Actually, the medicine also had side effects. And they're like, by the way, you can be nauseous, you can have diarrhea, you can sweat, cold chills. And I was like, awesome. And then on top of that, I was on the airplane. I wasn't sure if I was nauseous from the airplane or the pill, but low key, it was like 10 times worse than usual. So I was like, yeah, it's both. And then I was on the boat and I was also nauseous because the boat just moves way too much. And then again, I was like, is this the side effect or the boat? And it was like, yeah, I don't know. It's probably both. And then like the first day that I got to my friend's wedding, like I had really, really bad diarrhea. But then my friends were just like, yeah, it's the soup that you ordered. It looked really sussy. So again, like I wasn't sure it was the side effect from the medicine or the food poisoning. I was just like, look, whoever is up there in the sky, if you want to get rid of me, just do it right now. Like there are so many opportunities for you to just take my life away. Just do it. What is this like torturous thing you're putting me through? My goodness, I wasn't sure. I was just like, all of these side effects can happen, but also at the same time, I'm not sure if it's happening because all these other things are happening. So I was like, okay. 大変だった。9月大変だったよみんな。もう。I'm still feeling a little weak now. 今年は本当に体調が悪い。Basically, I realized that, wow, I'm really not so good to myself because even in a state of crisis, when I really, really need help, I don't know, I don't really like give it to myself. I just don't think like that, which is really weird. And yeah, it's kind of like concerning. I'm trying to learn how to take care of myself by starting to acknowledge how much possible damage I've probably done to myself, like, overstressing and stuff like that. Just eating and sleeping well isn't really enough if your stress levels are like through the roof. And I kind of realized that after this month because in my head, I never really take stress too seriously, or maybe I'm so used to it that I don't really feel it anymore, which probably is the case. So I gotta really like take care of myself, but like chanto really, really put myself first. Like if something overwhelms me, then I need to actually do something about it. You start listening to your body more seriously. Yeah, I should. I never really took it too seriously. It's always been a joke until the moment that it isn't, which is very scary. I low-key thought I had a wake-up call, but I guess this is the one. You know what's so funny? Is that literally the stream of the day I went to the hospital, I literally said, I feel like one day I'm just gonna pass out and go to a hospital. In my head, sometimes I think about how stressed I am and I kind of just think I might just faint and die one day. Sometimes I really just think I'll just end up in a hospital and just pass away. And it happened. So I'm gonna say it on stream. One day I'm going to find a beautiful husband and then we're gonna get married and have a happy ending. I hope now that I've said it on stream, it's gonna happen now. Okay, and it has to. If it happens to the bad things, it should happen to the good things. 待っていますよ。私の beautiful 旦那様 in the 未来。Always wanted everybody to call me お姉ちゃん。I'm gonna get demonetized.